A sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Down. 70, Indy. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Give me that ball. Go.
They run with Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go now. 15, line it. 15 line.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in. It's our field. Hey, it's our protein field. Alert flare, alert flare, flare. Punt, punt.
On 2nd down now. Crosby. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Operating from the gun, Love. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Titans on the ring. Scene 6.
Throwing after the interception. Love. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
General, last. Ready, go.
To throw again. Love. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Man up, deep. Man up, deep.
Mike, 46.
61. Matchbox, light.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Buzz.
46 to Mike. 46.
From the gun, Love. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
10 Tucson. Check 45 to Mike. You ain't doing nothing. Ready.
On first down, Crosby. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Go. Recon, 132 fight. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 99. Check 99. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now back to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here I come again. Hustle, hustle. Here I come again. Check nickel. Check deep grip.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Watch safety screen. Watch safety. Safety screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Crosby. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Crosby. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Kill. Switch. Check.
On 3rd down, Crosby. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
80 weapon.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Titans nothing.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
3, 218, chop. Rush in. Hey, exit. Rush in.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I got it. Check safety, check safety.
Topper!
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. 10-2 saw. Recon, 152 fighter.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. A run for Nick Chubb. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Cut. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Squeeze, get in there. Get that ball.
He's checking.
Ready, go.
They run. Chubb. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the run.
Echo.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Love. The open man is Smith. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Chubb. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Baby, that's baby shot. Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a give, right side. Hines. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Back to throw here. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They're going to look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run again on 1st down, Chubb, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
66. Bullet high. Now. Orbit.
45, Mike, 45.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Love. And this one complete to Reed. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
64, weak. Watch the whip. Exit.
45. Mike, 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on third down. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Topper! Don't be scared of it.
On the carry, it's Chubb, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Check pass, check pass.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
That's fielded in the end zone. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. With that run, Charles, he passed Hall of Famer Curtis Martin for 5th all-time, over 14,100 yards rushing. I'm not sure what more he can accomplish.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he can continue on and get up to number 1 on the all-time rushing list. But you're exactly right. What a career and what accomplishments. And to pass Curtis Martin, who is known by his Hall of Fame coach with the Jets and the Patriots as Wonder Boy, but that's a big-time deal. So if you're passing a guy that they called Wonder Boy, you're a heck of a player.
Watch out, watch out.
General, West. Wahoo. Ready, go.
On first down, Love. He'll find Metcalf. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
2nd and 4. Here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, check.
Two, fellas, let's go.
From the gun, Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Greystone, travel.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Crosby. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 45. You.
45. Mike, 45. Check. 45's the Mike.
Back to throw. Love. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Move. Everyone's got food.
Recon, 132 fight.
From the gun, it's a give to Chump. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Pick it up. Yep. Who's that? Is that yours?
Scene 6.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Hey.
Tighten down. There you go. 45 mic. 45. Here it comes. Let's go.
Throwing again. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Watch the twist. Slam.
Blue draw corpus.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So that one will be accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Look at me. Zipper.
Now a give, right side. Hines. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Hey, we got four. We got four now. Four.
Charlie. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Chad Hunt. 15 lining. 15 lining. Go. Cheetah. Cheetah. Go. Go.
46. 46.
Buds.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Chad Hunt.
Throwing on first down. Love. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Uchenna-Nwosu. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Now. Blue dark Corkers. Blue dark Corkers.
Watch the screen.
Pass.
Mike, 46.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got Smith here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Back to throw. Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Uchenna-Nwosu in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 45. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Check.
Box track.
45, Mike, 45. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check three.
See it. On. Hut, hut.
On fourth down, Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on.
And got his man complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got
Operating from the gun, Love. Flushed out right. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Looking to throw. Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
50. Hey, you ain't going nowhere. Exit. Set, go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete, as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Smoke. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Get ready. Let's go.
To throw again. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Byron Jones on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Love's pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All day, every day.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and